All right, we're going over two column proofs. This was page 77 in our notebook. We are making sure we are doing all of our practice. And so this is the page that I actually handed out yesterday. And then we should be good. All right, so let's take a look on 13. So we're going to start one by one. So number 13. What is my reason for number 1? Give it. Joy, I decided to stop working. Okay, so now that we have given. Now, with that given, what do you need to also make sure when you're doing is not drawing pictures while I'm trying to teach you this. Put that away, please. All right, so we have our given. So we have to make sure everything is actually marked. So right here, marking LM and O, very good. Now, number 2. What should I do for number 2? Take a stab at it. Number 2. If I'm using my checklist, remember the checklist, the 2 column proof checklist. This is on the checklist. So you're reading through the checklist, not just having it open and staring at me awkwardly.
Isn't it reflective?
Thank you, Blaze. You're on fire today. Did it. Anyway, all right. This is reflexive, isn't it? Do they both share a side? Yes, both triangles share a side, so they're going to have that both in common. So that's something from my checklist that I need to look for. Okay, all 2 column proofs. You have to look for these things. So for this one, I would say that MO is congruent to MO. My reason is reflexive. That's how you abbreviate it. Reflexive prof. Now, I'm going to mark that. So, what am I going to do on MO?
Put it down.
Put what?
That's it.
Yes. So, like this? Say no.
No.
No. Why? Because it's not congruent to that. It's going to be congruent to itself, right? So 2 tick marks for that one. Because if I just do one, it's going to be congruent to the other ones. But this one is just congruent to itself. So 2 tick marks there. Now, this one right here, it's fill in the blank. What is my third statement going to be? What should my last statement be?
Triangle.
There we go. Excellent. So triangle LMO is congruent to triangle NOM. And my reasoning is going to be what?
Side angle side.
It's not side angle side.
Angle side.
What is it?
Angle side side.
Angle side side. Angle side side. So if I'm looking at my checklist, when can I use angle side side? Now, flip the page over 1 from your checklist. Flip back 1. Not on your checklist. Flip back 1. Yes. Okay. When is the
Those papers?
No.
You don't need those?
Why are you talking? When can I use angle side side? Except for when I'm talking about annoying students. When can I use angle side side? It's one of them. Okay, is angle side side congruent? No, it's not. When can I use that?
When it's not congruent.
So I have people staring at me awkwardly. I asked everyone to flip the page. There is one time in which angle side side is allowed. It's in your notes. That's the page right there. There's one time angle side side is allowed. You have to open up the little flips. You have to open up the little flips. Say it loud and clear. Very good, hypotenuse leg. The only time angle side side is allowed is for hypotenuse leg. If it's a right triangle, that's the only time it's allowed for angle side side, right? So it's a right angle, it's a right triangle, angle side side. So it's going to be my hypotenuse leg. Because we cannot use angle side side as my reason. It would be hypotenuse leg, it's only a right angle. Alright, 14. Okay, that's easy. What's 2? Very good. AB is parallel DC. It has the markings already, has my angles, or my arrows, I'm sorry, has the arrows there. Okay. Wow, that is, hold on. I'm gonna rewrite this because it looked really sloppy. A, B, parallel to DC. There we go. All right, statement 3 is what? BC, CE. Very good. Now, here's another one. Parallel lines. Parallel lines, corresponding angles. Now, which ones are going to be corresponding angles? It gives us the reason corresponding angles, right? So which ones are corresponding angles? Say it.
A, B, and D, C.
It's an angle. You just gave me line segments. ABC, very good. So it's going to be ABC is corresponding to what? DCE, very good. That's what I'm looking for there. So I'm going to put that on there. So it's going to be angle A, B, C is congruent to angle DCE. So with my corresponding angles, now that I have them marked, that's what I did. I marked them earlier. Thank you. So, I already marked them. So for this one right here, what is the reason for 5? It's not angle, side, angle. Side, angle, side, because this is a side, angle, side, right? That's why I have my tick mark so I can see this. Side, angle, side. Okay. So let's keep going. Number 15. Okay. So 15. Reason 1, given. Reason 2. Very good. Okay, so I have the markings for this. Do I have the markings for angle QSP? That's not marked yet, is it? So I have to go and find that one. So it's going to be QPS. So QPS, that means it's going to be angle P between Q and S. So it's this one here. and it's going to be RSP. So it's angle S between R and P. So RSP, so it's right here, right? Yes? Okay, there's my markings. Now the next thing it says is my reason is reflexive property. So you would say what? PS.
Pacho, did you make a typo on 5?
Did I make a typo on 5?
On the 15.5. Yeah,
15.
The one you're just solving.
Oh yeah, it's incorrect right here. So there is typos on this. I apologize. So copy and paste did not do well for me. So this one right here. So you guys will write this one right here. This is what you're looking for. Okay. So my statement. Thank you for paying attention. Man, you are on a roll today. You really are. You know what? I got something for you. Last one too. It's a special. You're on a roll. Good job. All right. So my statement would be triangle PQS is congruent to triangle SRP, and my reason for that. Oh wait, did I forget to mark something? Okay, forgot to mark something, right? Forgot to mark this. So I had parallel, had an angle. Uh-oh, did I mark this other angle? Nope. PSQ, PSQ, and SPR, SPR. There, now everything's marked. There we go. Now everything's marked. Now I can go through and say, what is my reason that these two triangles are congruent? Angle, side, angle. Very good. Angle, side, angle. Angle, side, angle. Did you see this right here? Since we have our markings.
Oh, yeah.
Angle, side, angle. Yes.
Okay.
All right. 16. So, 1. Hold on one second. Let's continue. Okay, sorry about that. All right, so now statement 1.
LP bisects.
Very good. LP bisects MO. So if LP bisects MO, which one's being cut in half? MO, right? MO is being cut in half, right? That's what we're looking for. So if I stab Josue, who's being stabbed? Josue. Same thing this. LP, so if Pacho bisects Josue. That's basically what it's saying. So by saying it like that, you know, does that make sense now?
Yes.
So this bisects this one. So that means Josue is being cut into 2 equal parts. Okay. All right. Statement 2. What's my statement 2 going to be? Very good. LO is parallel to MP. All right. So says NP is congruent to PN. NP is congruent to PN. Wait, I'm sorry. PN and LN. Sorry, there it is. Said it wrong. All right, so I have those are 2 congruent. Okay. So it says MO. All right, so bisects MO. Is that backwards? Uh-oh. It is. That one's actually wrong. Uh-oh. Okay, so yeah, that one is wrong. So, because it's given that, so MO is being cut into 2 equal parts. So it's supposed to be this one here and this one here. So this is ON and NM. And that one's going to be definition of bisect Oh, sorry about that. So I got that. Next one's going to be alternate interior angles. Okay, because of parallel, we're going to have alternate interior angles. Now, what are we going to have because of that? Angle L would be congruent to angle P, right? Could I also use O? Yeah, because they're parallel, right? So angle O, I could use this one too. Angle O is congruent to angle M. Very good. So I'm going to use this one here. So angle O congruent to angle M right here. Okay, so now next one it says vertical angles. So which ones are my vertical angles?
L, P, and O, M.
No, vertical angles. Remember, it's an angle in this triangle and an angle in this triangle here.
N, O, M.
So it's going to be at N, right? So it's at N, but it's between what two letters? L and O, right? It's at N, but between L and O. That's what I'm looking for. I want this one here. We know what the vertical angles are, it's just we have to label them correctly. So it's angle N between L and O. So I would label that what? Angle L N O. So it's angle L N O is going to be congruent to angle. So if it goes L N O, which one goes with L? No, no. L goes with P. So it would be P and M. There you go. P and M. There we go. Now, it says angle, side angle. Angle, side angle. Angle, side angle, right? It has it there, but what is angle, side angle?
L, M,
My two triangles, right? So now I could use my statement that my two triangles are going to be congruent. And that's what I'm using this for. So triangle L N O is congruent to triangle M N P by angle, side angle. All right, 17. Statement 1, or I'm sorry, reason 1.
given.
Given, right? Statement 2. AB parallel to DE. Very good. It says BC congruent to DC. BC, DC. Okay, this goes back to the stabbing. We just stabbed Josue again. Definition of bisect. Very good. Because we cut BD in half, right? So that's definition of bisect. So definition of bisect, and I marked it. Now the next thing it says, ACB is congruent to DCB. It should be E, I'm sorry. So it should be here. So, how, or what is the reason that those two angles right there are congruent?
Vertical angle.
Those are vertical angles, aren't they? Now, because I have parallel lines, I have alternate interior angles. Now, I'm going to look at this piece right here to tell me which one I want to have. If it's supposed to be angle, side, angle, I have an angle here, I have a side here, so where's the other angle have to be? B, right? So it has to be B. And over here on this side, it's got to be. So these are my alternate interior angles. I could have used A and E, but I would not be using angle, side, angle there. Okay? So now, for this, I would say that angle B is congruent to angle D. And my last statement right here. There we go. Triangle A. Oh, it's so messy. A. There we go. By angle, side, angle. And 18. Let's see. Given Q is the midpoint, all this. Now, 1. What's statement 1? There we go. Hey, look, I was trying to help you out there. Q is midpoint of PR. Okay. 2. PS is congruent to QT. Is that marked? PS, QT, that is marked. Okay. So, let's see. It says QS congruent to RT. QS congruent to RT. Given. So there's 3 givens there. All right, so we have all those marked. Now, number 4, the reason is definition of midpoint. Stare at the clock, it doesn't go faster. 4, reason midpoint. The reason is midpoint. So, again, let's go back to that given. It's the midpoint of what? Q is the midpoint of PR. This is, again goes to stabbing. So I'm going to stab PR right in the middle. So what do I know about the left and the right hand side of PR? They are going to be, they are congruent. So here's PR. Q is the midpoint, so that means that PQ is congruent to QR. There's my markings. Now, given those markings, how are these 2 triangles congruent? Yes, very good. Given the markings, how are they congruent? Yeah, they're going to be side, 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 right? Side, 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 side. All right, very good. All right, backside is going to be homework. You guys will have to do your own proofs on that. Statements and reasons.